and welcome to Acres of Abundance. We have an eclectic show for you today. We are going to talk fire pits and how to do a DIY one, and you aren't going to want to miss this. It's some time with Rob, and he has some pretty great tips. And I tell you what, if you've got this material lying around, it's totally free. So keep that in mind. Now, second of all, we're going to talk about front porch oversized swing cushions. They can be super expensive, and I'm going to tell you a way you can get one for like a fraction of the cost and looks amazing. Yeah, has to look amazing. Okay, and then the last thing, we are going to go out to the garden, and there's a few tips that I'm going to pass along to you. We're nearing the end of the season, being in August, but it doesn't mean you neglect your garden. So we're going to go out there too.
One of my favorite times of year is fall, and when you couple a crisp fall night with a fire, I mean, it's unsurpassed. And you're talking about great family time, because for us it's a time to get together, compare notes, reconnect as a family, and just sit around the fire and swap stories. So that's what we're going to do today. We've got a lot of rocks throughout our property, and it's a blessing and a cursing, but today we're going to focus on the blessing part of what you can do with all these rocks. I've got them organized from larger rocks, which we'll use for the foundation of the ring, on up to middle size and the smaller ones that you can put on top. You can build your fire ring really as tall as you want to. This one's going to be just a little bit taller because we find that as we sit around in our chairs and Adirondacks, which we'll put up here later, we like to put our feet up on the edge of the rock wall as well. Now, we actually poured this patio with the idea of having a fire ring in the middle. Each section is 8 foot by 8 foot, so a 16 by 16 foot total patio gives you a lot of space to put up some chairs around the perimeter once the fire ring is installed. Okay, so I'm just going to get started. I'm going to begin with the large rocks, put it around the perimeter, and really get a feel for the size of the ring that I want to create, because I want to allow for enough room for the chairs to sit along the perimeter. We're going to have 4 chairs ultimately, kind of one in each corner, and so I want to make sure that my ring doesn't get too big, but I don't want it too small either, because I want to put some sizable logs in there. Well, after all that, I can't wait for the cool front to come through and kick off the fall season. Unfortunately, I think it's a few weeks away, but fall is my favorite time of year, and maybe it's yours as well. And I'm really happy with how the fire pit turned out. It's meant to be organic and made from existing materials from your yard, right? It's free. So really just about maybe an hour to 2 hours involved, and you've got yourself a fire pit. So enjoy it. It's going to pay dividends throughout the year, just in family time, swapping stories, and enjoying that time around the fire. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to our next segment together.
Hey guys, okay, porch swing cushions. Let me tell you, when we built our home a couple years ago, one of the non-negotiables for me was it had to have a porch and it had to have an oversized porch swing. Not just a porch swing, but an oversized porch swing. I had been dreaming for years that I would get one. And when we moved in, that was one of the first things that Rob built for us, was this oversized porch swing. And I have to say, this is typically the way we do things. We tend to build what we love, and we worry about the minor details later. Well, we built this oversized porch swing, kind of thinking it would fit most any oversized swing mattress out there. Well, it didn't. We found ourselves in a whole lot of trouble because we couldn't find a swing mattress to fit this. It was so oversized. So we looked and we looked, and aside from going custom, which can be $300, $400, whatever you really want to spend, and then the fabrics that you put on it and all of that, it can get pretty pricey. So we just put our heads together, and I tell you what, we found a hack. And you aren't gonna believe what this hack is. Now, I did make the cushion covers. I have a little bit of sewing experience, and this one was pretty easy. It had, you know, a few minor complicated things to it, but for the most part, you're just making a box cushion, and maybe someday we'll do the DIY on that. But anywho, yeah, so let me show you the hack. Okay, so are you ready for this? You're gonna like this, trust me. It is a baby mattress. Yes, seriously, how cool is that? I mean, Rob and I had this aha moment in Target, and we were like, oh my gosh, this is the dimensions that we're looking for. And so we needed one for the back cushion, and we needed one for the bottom. And so we bought two of them, and they were only $30 each. So for a total of $60, we got our cushions for our oversized porch swing. So yeah, I mean, what a hack, right? So all you would need to do though is make a cushion cover for it. So if you want to do that yourself, you could. I have enough skills to be dangerous with the sewing machine. I'm not an expert by any means, but I tried my hand at it, and I just made a simple box cushion, kind of like a little envelope, and put it in there. And for the enclosure, what I did is used extra heavy duty Velcro. And it's just kind of nice because every time I want to swap out the cushion or wash it up, which I just washed it up, because the cat likes to sit around on it and get it all, you know, dirty with her paws and everything. So every once in a while I will wash it up, and it's so easy just to undo the Velcro, throw it in the washer, and put it back on. I mean, it's just super, super easy. And you're gonna like the Velcro because the extra heavy duty, it sticks, it's not going anywhere. So you can wash it and wash it and wash it, and it stays in place. And you don't have to at least sew it on. You could sew it on if you wanted, but I did not. I just got the extra heavy duty. So yeah, that's our hack. I mean, right? That's just so all kinds of fun. I mean, I love hacks like this that just make life easy and simple, and it didn't cost us much at all. So go check it out for yourself. So here is a tool that I think you need to get. This one happens to be a shorter handle, but you can get them, I believe, longer. It is a raised garden bed weeder hoe. And I tell you what, I love this thing because you can get in those in between plants so much easier than the big clunky hoes. And not that there's anything wrong with those. I have some of those, but I find that it's just hard to get in those little spaces sometimes. And yeah, so this kind of makes it a little easier. It's just a little bit smaller profile, and it just does the job just a little easier. So yeah, check these out. And I got this one here locally. They had them made, I believe, for this local shop that I go to, and I love this one, but I know they sell these online. I'm pretty sure I've seen them with the smaller heads on them, but I do believe they're longer handled, which could be better because then you don't have to bend over so much so. But this is a really great tool. I think you need to check it out because I think, you know, for me, this has made weeding my garden just that much. If I can say enjoyable, I don't think I can. I don't like weeding, but it's made it easier for sure. So definitely go check this one out. One last tip from the garden today is this. If you do anything for your garden, get this. These are amazing. These are called energy buttons, and I get them from gardeners.com, which again, as you know, is one of my favorite places to shop for the garden. These are amazing. These are little pellets, and basically what it is chicken manure. And I don't know what it is, but I tell you what, didn't know chicken manure could do great things for your garden, but it is all organic and it's really great stuff. And all you need to do is just take a handful. Our garden beds are our little plots are like a 5x5. So you would take like a handful, and I just kind of sprinkle them around the plants, and then of course water them in a bit. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy how much it just greens everything up, and the production of the fruit and the vegetables is amazing. So definitely check this out. You don't have to get this brand or anything. Maybe you can find this, you know, locally. I actually have never looked in a place like Lowe's or Home Depot, but they may, you know, stock something like this. But yeah, this stuff I order online, and it is a great tip for fertilizing. So check that out too. Hey guys, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. If you love these videos and you want to keep these tips coming, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to keep them coming to you.